So yeah, Mubashir, you can share your screen now.
Let me know once my screen comes through.
Yeah, it's visible. Can you show the
All
syllabus
right.
which we have shared earlier? Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so hi all, good evening. Welcome to this Etl testing course. So we have Mubashira, who is a trainer. So I will hand over this forum to Mubashira, and please feel free and ask question whether it is technical or it is related to the course. Okay. So yeah, Mubashira, you can start now. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Tanvir. Yeah, hi everyone. Hi, I'm Abhishra, and I'm having an 6+ years of experience in IT, and I will be worked as an ETL tester and then ETL plus automation, and currently working as an ETL test lead. All right, this is like quick introductions of myself. We'll start. Okay. Like is Okay, so we'll be learning an ETL testing, right? So like ETL is complete and we'll be dealing with the data. Okay, we need to be play with the data. So we are learning how to validate the data and how to deal with the data and how to handle the data. Okay, so ETL testing, not only in a ETL testing or the ETL development, ETL process is completely will be an a data kind of thing. It's kind of an ETL testing will be an a backend kind of testing. All right, so that is important thing in ETL, and we'll start. What is data? We just ETL just we are playing with the data. We need to be validate the data, right? So then, what is mean by data? Right, so data is nothing but collection of information, right? If you are able to see if you are able to see any text kind of thing, this is a kind of data. If you are seeing any image, right, that is considered as kind of data, right? If you are learning, or if you are just seeing any word, or we're just taking the notes, right, so that is a kind of data. So whatever informations we are gathering or we have, that will be considered as data, and that will be usually formatted in a particular manner if it comes in a technical way, right? And we have types of data. We have structured data, unstructured data, and semi-structured data. Okay, so let's see what that mean. What is structured data and unstructured data and semi-structured data? All right. So let's suppose we are separating the data in this three format. Okay. So if the data is very organized, or like we are collecting all the data and formatted and keeping in one way, that is in a database. We are keeping all the data, related data, and we'll be keeping in a database, that will be considered as a structured data. Okay, example is like we'll be maintaining in a database, and unstructured data will be in a image format or in a video format, right? Or either in a speech or in a sound. If you're if we are a friend is sending an image, or sending an a video, that's kind of data, right? That will be considered as an unstructured data. Okay, either it could be in a speech kind of data. So this everything will be considered as an unstructured data. And coming to the semi-structured data, so semi-structured data, we are maintaining the data in the form of file format. Okay, either it could be a .txt file or .csv file or .json file. Okay, so we can split the data in three ways, that is structured, unstructured, and semi-structured. If we are completely formatting and keeping in database, that considered as an structured. Same unstructured will be receiving the data in terms of video or audio or in a speech or in a sound. Okay, that will be considered as an unstructured data. And semi-structured data will be maintaining the data in the format in the file format. Okay, so this is the like general what mean by the data. Okay, let's come to the ETL. Okay, so in general, we know data will be called as an like collection of information via either in a text or image or word. Usually, we are formatting in a particular manner. That is called as a data. Why we are learning the data? Why we are learning the database? Why we are learning the data warehouse? So ETL, it's completely we'll be dealing with the data. Okay, so next, what is mean by database? Database is nothing but collection of connected information. Right. So I have my phone number. I have an my particular address. So everything this consider as an data. Okay. So that we are collecting. If suppose if we consider employee database, we have employee ID, employee number, employee addresses, and then which department is working. So all this data will be gathered and keeping in and naming as an employee database, right? So collection of connected informations will be considered as an a database. And a database management system is nothing but collection of program that allows you to, like if we or like suppose new employees joining to a company, then that particular person's record will be considered as a new record, where I'm just inserting all the related informations of that person, and I will be putting it into a database. Right. So that will be in a database management system. So these are like general terms of in ETL we'll use this terms database. What is data? What is database management system? Okay. So we just learn that. Okay. Let's come to the ETL one. Okay, so first, what is ETL? ETL is nothing but
Just a minute. Sorry,
yeah,
Moisha, 1 minute. So I will request participants, like if you have any question, please pitch in and
yes,
ask your questions. Okay, and make the session interactive. If you think that the pace is fast, let us know. Or if you think it is slow, let
yes,
us know. Okay, so please make the session interactive and ask questions. Thank you.
yeah. Just stop me there when you're like if I'm going speed or if you have any queries, just stop me there. Okay. All right. So we'll be seeing what is ETL first, and then we'll come to ETL testing. So what is ETL? ETL is nothing but extraction, transformation, loading. Okay, so we'll take in a real-time example, okay, and then we'll come to this technical part. So let's suppose we'll be running in a, grocery store or in a department store. I will be running. Okay, so there I will be maintaining the consumer like customers data and products data, everything. Why I will be like I will be maintaining that data. I need to know, suppose what, how much percentage of profit I have got, or how much profit is gone lost. So all these calculations I need to be do because I need to know whether my business is going like in a smooth or in a it is going in a like in a bad way. So that everything I need to be calculate. So how I can calculate? I need to be see the details, right? How much customer has been bought, and I will do individual calculations, individual calculations of that product. Right. So how this I will be doing this calculation? So I will be maintaining the data, right? And I will be maintaining this data, and this data, this older data, and history data, and will be in a current data. I will be comparing it, and I will check whether I will be it's going in a profit or it is making in a loss. That calculations I can do. Or if you taken a Flipkart, real-time example as in a Flipkart, right? In Flipkart, you could see the lots of options there, and we if we want to be purchased on a TV, or if we purchase any electronics item, so there I can go and search for that product, and what happening in the back end, everything is in a data. If that particular person and this particular ID this is searching for this in a product, let's suppose I will be searching for in a mobile. That same advertisement you can see in, if you open some other applications, right? If you are opening on a Instagram or on a Facebook, that same kind of advertisement you can see, right? How this is happening, everything is in a data, right? So while installing it, we're just giving all the access to use our data, right? In the backend, all this data will be in a will be in a getting sold, and that's why we are able to see this kind of advertisement and that some other applications as well. So everything like in a data, and we are storing the data. All right. So how comes this ETL? So ETL, we are extracting the data from source stream. Like let's suppose um, we'll take an example of, see, this is will be in applications, and I will be will take in a lots of domain. Each domain will be using this data warehouse concept and will be maintaining the data. If you take the banking domain, if you take an insurance domain, each domain, we the use of data is very high. We know the business, if the business grows, and will IT industry as well will grow, technology as well will get evaluated. This we know very well, right? So, like coming to this ETL, so coming to this particular applications, like we'll take in a banking domain example. See, so let's suppose we'll be doing in a transactions, right? In like in banking, we do lots of transactions. Will someone withdraw the amount, or will someone put some amount, and will get some loans? We have lots of transactions, right? So everything will be stored in a database, or this will be considered as an OLTP, online transaction processing. Here, the online transaction processing, we are keeping the data maybe in a only maybe in a 7 to 15 days, or in a week, or in a 10 to 15 days. Only that latest data will be storing in the OLTP or in a database. Okay, so the like there will be storing. So once we do whatever uh, whatever data, so not only in a banking domain, if you want to be book in a ticket, we'll go for that particular application, we'll book in a ticket. Or if you want to order in a food, we'll go to this Swiggy or Zomato. There we'll try to will buy in a some, will order some food. So in backend, everything is in a data. Okay, so that everything data will be stored in the database, which is nothing but OLTP. Okay, so after this data, where it is going to a staging area. Okay, so this OLTP data will go to the staging area, and finally it will moving to a data warehouse, that is OLTP. Here we'll do on transformations. Here, this is considered as a staging area, and we perform the transformation logics here. So what that mean, everything will see. Okay, so we'll be moving this data to staging area. This particular database data will moving this data to a staging, and finally we are moving this data to an data warehouse, that is an OLAP, that's an online analytical processing. So this is considered as an general ETL process. So where here I need to be extract the data from team, source team. Okay, so there will extract the data from Oracle team, or in a SQL Server team, or in a SFG team. So we have a separate source team. There we are extracting the data. How we are extracting? Everything with the help of connections. Okay, so Python will use Python, and like it developers will give the connection. So we are extracting the data, and we'll use sometimes tools. We'll come back to that. Okay, so here we'll perform an extractions, and let's suppose I will be extracting 5 records. Okay, 5 rows. Rows is nothing but records. So this 5 records I will be moving to the transformations. So like staging area. Okay, so in the staging area, if it is unrequired data, that everything will be removed as per the business transformation logic, or as per the transformation rule. Will validate the data, and here will perform the transformations, and then finally once everything is done, we'll move this data to data warehouse. Okay, that's what here it is given. See, in Etl extraction transformation loading, we extract the data from source stream, which is nothing but if I searching for the particular product, okay, that everything in the backend, we know the data will be stored. Okay, that will be maintained by the separate team. Okay, from the team we are extracting the data. From the database team, or in a cloud storage, or in a third party data, or from the SFG or API. Okay, so we are extracting from the team, and we do the transformations, okay, as per the business transformation logic, and we'll finally load it to the data warehouse. Okay, and keeping the data warehouse data will used for the reporting purpose using Power BI or Cognos or a Tableau. Right, any one of this tool will use to create the reports like data visualization or interactive dashboard. So why we are doing this? Again, business people will be in a non-technical persons. If you show the raw data or in a like proper data, they could be in a, it's difficult to them to understand. So that's why we are making it in a visualization or dashboard kind of thing. So let's come to the ETL tester part. This is in a general ETL process. Like if you ask me whether ETL testers like it's a responsibility, like it's our responsibilities to validate till data warehouse. Okay, so we extract, we validate the data. In validations, we have lots of validations. We have null validations, lots of validation. We'll see that, and finally we'll load to the data warehouse. It's our job. Okay, extracting the data from source to loading to data warehouse. It's our job is to validate the data, and finally it will move to the reporting purpose. So reporting layer, you can take any example. If you take the Flipkart, or if you take an Amazon, or if you take if you are want to purchase any particular clothes, or if you want to particular if we want to be like each purpose we have some applications, right? So let's suppose I will be I will be in a business person. I will be introducing an new branded t-shirt in that particular applications. So I will do analyze how how far this product is reaching to the customers. Right, and I will do the calculations whether this product customers or end users will showing the interest to that particular product. Okay, so if they are showing an interest, I will I will increase my manufacturers everything. Right, so the business people will do lots of business, and they want to get the profit. So how they do this analyze, will keeping all the data here in data warehouse. As I told before, so in database here will be keeping in OLTP, will keep maybe in a 1 week or 10 to 15 days of records or data. And once it is done, we'll be moving to a data warehouse. So in data warehouse, you can see all the data, current data, history data. If you want to be take 2015 record, maybe I want to see 2015 quarter 3 result. I want to see 2015 quarter 3 result and this particular area. So everything I can write in a query or will search that particular record in a data warehouse data. Okay, so if we take an Airbnb example, some of you will be know Airbnb applications, right? So in the Airbnb applications, I want to know like how much like customer rating. So which location has got very good customer rating, right? If you take this example here, we can see the status line will have a very good customer rating compared to an bronze. So there, as a business person, I need to be think where it, exactly what is going wrong in bronze, why the customer rating is very bad, right? I will do and rectify there in that particular area. How I will be doing this this activity? So we have stored the data in data warehouse. So keeping this data, we have created this visualization form, and it is easy to me to understand my business, where it is going wrong and how it is which area it is getting profit. Okay, so all these calculations business people can do by seeing this data. Right. So not only that particular scenario will calculate average prices per location and average prices as per year. And in 2008, how it is, how much how much percentage I have prices has given and compared to 2015 or 2023, right? So like we'll do lots of calculations, business calculations by using this data warehouse data, right? Before that we need to validate the data and move to the data warehouse, because whatever data we are getting from OLTP or database will be in a raw data. It will be in a raw format that we need to be converted into some user-friendly format, and then we are moving that data to a data warehouse. So let's suppose if we take a real-time example, we are while installing application, we give first name, last name, and we'll give email ID and phone number, right, to use that applications. So it's not business don't want to see that person's middle name, everything, right? So that time we'll ignore, and in transformation logic we'll ignore the middle name. Let's suppose in source I have first name and I have middle name and I have the last name. So this everything, it's not required to move to the data warehouse. Maybe I need to ignore the middle name, and I need to be concatenate first name and last name and name it as an name. So here we have the logic, transformation logic line, first name plus last name. So like this transformations will be there. So I have told only one example, but in real time we'll have lots of transformations, so that everything will be mentioned in the mapping document. So what is mapping document? Everything will discuss in the class. And finally, we'll moving this data to a data warehouse. Okay, so let me stop it. If you have any queries, let me know. Hello.
Hi, we can listen.
Okay. So coming to this, we have seen types of data, right? We have seen structured, unstructured, semi-structured. If you ask me, like ETL testers, which kind of data we are extracting, like we are extract the structured and semi-structured data. We are not supposed to extracting the unstructured data. ETL it's not kept, handle the unstructured data. We'll use the big data to handle the unstructured data. So we are extracting the structured data that is in a database. It could, we know, lots of database tool available in the market. we have an Oracle, we have an a SQL Server, we have an a PostgreSQL, we have an a Hive. So, like in what kind, which database we are extracting, that everything will be mentioned in the requirement. So, will extract the structured data or in a semi-structured data. Sometimes we extract the semi-structured data, which is I will export the source data to be in a CSV format, or I will export the data to be in a JSON. So in the requirement, it is mentioned, okay, which kind of data we are extracting and from which team we are extracting the data. Okay, so unstructured data, we are not receiving unstructured data we have seen. It's in a, we are receiving the data in a audio format or in a video format or in an image. Okay, so ETL will not handle this unstructured data. So it is like big data will handle this unstructured data. In ETL part, we can export unstructured and semi-structured data. Okay. Okay, so this is like completely in a general process, ETL process. So as a tester, what we are going to do, we are testing or to interact with the data, we'll use the SQL to like here we learning technically we are learning in the data warehouse concept. Okay, we are going to learn on a data warehouse concept like what is data warehouse, what is database, what is OLTP, OLAP, and differences between OLTP, OLAP, and data mart, and differences between data warehouse, data mart, and dimensional modeling, facts and dimension, SCD. SCD is a very important concept for the ETL test, for the ETL process. And types of SCD, we have type 0, type 1, type 2, and type 3, type 4, and type 6. So what that mean interview point of view, like everything will we are going to see an interview point of view as well, and a technical concepts. Okay, while teaching will tell you what are the topics will be important for the interview, and will help you with the notes, everything. And so technically data warehouse concept is very important for the ETL testers. Coming to the software testing, so we will be aware of the software testing. So why we are learning, we just follow the software testing life cycle here. So we'll get the requirement from the from we are getting the requirement, and we write the test cases, and we execute the test case. We, if we have any issue, we'll find this, will raise in a bug, and finally we'll write in a test completion report. So we know testers should have the documentation knowledge. Documentation knowledge isn't like by writing the test cases or test scenario or test completion reports. That everything will be discussing in the software testing topic. Okay, so document like how we can write a test plan in ETL process, how we can write the test cases, how we can write the test scenario. So this here we'll learn the documentation and some concepts in software testing, and we are going to learn an agile. So nowadays we are following the agile methodology. We'll follow an Jira. So we'll learn how to raise the ticket, and how to how we are raising the bug tickets, everything in the agile. And we'll see agile terms, daily scrum, retrospective, and sprint planning, right? So everything we are going to see in the agile topic. So here as well, we'll have will important, the communication is important, right? We know we are technically strong, and documentation as well fine, and it should have that communications, like communication is as well important. So what we are going to do, what we are currently doing, so everything clients wants that detail, right? So there will have lots of meeting, daily scrum meeting and sprint planning meeting. So let's see that each terms. So in agile, and finally we are going to see this ETL concept. What is ETL? ETL architecture, We have what types of extraction, we have what types of loading, and what kind of transformation logic. Everything will be in a real-time example we are going to be shared. And why do we need a ETL, and what are the tools available in market ETL tools, and roles and responsibility. And we have the concept of ELT, what that ELT, extraction, loading, and then transformation, how that is, what does that mean. uh, we'll see the differences between ELT and ETL, and how we are executing the jobs, ETL bugs, right? And we are going to see the challenges. So which tool, ETL tool we are using? We'll use the Informatica. Okay, so we know lots of ETL tool will be available in the market. We are going to see the Informatica, Informatica basics. So it's not required or like 100% Informatica knowledge. For the testers required Informatica informations we are going to be shared. And we know Informatica, we have Informatica Power Center, we have Informatica VDM, and other tools like SSIS, data stage, talent. We are going to see the Informatica, and we are covering the basics of Informatica, and basic of Python as well. So if you ask me whether ETL testers will do manually or automations, so will should be able to work on both manually and using the automation script, which is Python script. So there we should have the basic knowledge how to run the Python script, how to how to run the Python in Unix or using Putty, right? So we'll see the Unix as well. If it is not mentioned, we'll cover the Unix as well. Okay, so we are going to see the Informatica. In Informatica, we know we have Informatica workflow manager, right? And we have an Informatica Power Center development, and workflow monitor, and we have workflow manager. So what that mean, and what we are going to do there, that everything will see in the Informatica topic. Okay, so if you ask me, we are work with the Informatica development team and Python development team, right? So all to work together to complete this ETL projects, right? So Informatica development, Informatica not required all the transformation logics transformations to be covered, but monitor where there what we are doing, going to be doing, that everything we'll discuss in the Informatica topic. Okay, so no worries. And finally we go with the hands-on project, real-time hands-on project, and we'll help you with the interview questions, and helping with the resume buildings, and Jira topics, everything. Okay, so if you have any queries, just let me know.
Hello.
Yeah.
In interviews, what we can expect? Do they ask SQL in very detail?
Yes, SQL, what are the important topics which ETL tester needs to know, or that we can cover? And if you're asking me, SQL is you will be asking whether we can expert the interview questions in SQL. Yes, we can expert 40% of questions in SQL. Does that answers your question?
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
Which topic we are completed first?
We'll go with the data warehouse, and then software testing, and we'll plan it accordingly as per the we'll discuss with the team, and we'll go ahead for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
Is there any difference in ETL tester and ETL developer?
Yes, we have lots of different. So testing is completely different and development is totally different. So here we are not creating anything. Our job is to validate, to test. So we are extracting data to finally loading to the data warehouse. It's our job is to validate everything. It's going smooth. Developer will create it. So as a tester, we are going to validate it. How we are going to validate, which query we are going to be write, everything we'll discuss in the classes, we'll teach you. Okay, so ETL development is, it's in a totally different. We should learn there in a deployment process, right? And we'll to deployment process we'll use the Jenkins. We'll use some Unix commands to run to deploy the code, and like we'll use there. So ETL developer is nothing but either that person will be good in Informatica or any ETL tool. So that person will consider as an ETL developers. Like inside, that persons will be very good in ETL tool, like a tip to like everything in the Informatica. Okay, we have in Informatica, we have lots of transformations. Okay, that every transformation needs to be learned. So either that persons will be in a should should be good in Informatica or any other ETL tool. Not only Informatica. Nowadays they are asking for talent and SSIS, this and all ETL tools. So the totally different. ETL testing and ETL development is different. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, excuse me. So, as a tester, do you need to master the Python language or SQL?
SQL is important. SQL is very, very important. And Python, why we are going to be learn basic of Python is we validate the data. Nowadays, everything they have moved to an automation testing. So ETL automation. So which is nothing but let's suppose I need to check the data. Okay, I have we can extract the data maybe in a 5 records or 5 rows, or there is a possibility 5 millions of records. So it's 5 record is as well. It's our responsibility is to validate the data. Even 5 million of record is our job is to extract and finally load it to target without any like errors. So like 5 records we can do it in manually. Okay, 5
Okay.
rows. But just consider if we have 5 millions of records, checking manually it's not possible as a human. So there we'll use the automation. So we'll use the Python automation. So it's not required to write the script, Python script. So, but at least we should learn how to run the code and
Okay.
how using, lots of tools are there. We have PyCharm,
Okay.
we have Anaconda, we have lots of Python tools. Okay, so
Okay.
there, if we have the basic of Python, it's to be good. But
Okay.
SQL, it's required.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, any other queries?
I have
You-
one question.
Yeah, Kushi, go ahead.
Yeah, here you are teaching about software testing, right? So it will be in the context of ETL testing, or else it will be a general software testing.
Um, like if you know already, if you're in a software tester, it's well and good. But if we are asking whether like how we are doing performance testing in ETL, you have done the performance testing, but how we are going to do in ETL, and let's suppose how what is sanity, what is regression. These terms may be in a common. Okay, but how we are going to be do makes like we are learning that in this software testing topic. So we know how to write the test case, but how we can write the test case in ETL, right? ETL testers, how we are going to write the test case. Test case like given when then. we'll use the attributes like test case ID, test case name, descriptions. This everything you might be, if you are in a software testing background, you might aware of this test case. But the thing is, how we can write it in ETL, how we can going to be write the test scenarios or test plan or test case, that everything we are going to see. So that's why we keep this software testing topic.
Thank you, ma'am, for that.
Yeah. And I could see, is Unix mandatory for ETL tester? Yes. I have told you, if we are dealing with the 5 rows of data, then we can do it manually using Excel. But just consider if we having more than lakhs of records, so there we'll use the automation. So we'll use the some of the Unix command, okay, to run the script, will run the Python script. So there we'll use the Unix command. So we'll going to be see important comments, Unix comments. Yeah, any other queries? Okay, all right.
I think, Moshe, we can wrap up now if the participants don't have any question, and we can continue it from tomorrow.
Yes, fine. If no more.
Okay, so we'll be having classes on weekends only, Saturday and Sunday, evening 7 to 9 p.m. IST. Okay, so the further details will communicate in the group. Okay, so if anyone has any other question, you can please ask now, or else we can wrap up for today. Okay, fine then. So we'll connect tomorrow. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Bye.
Thanks all. Bye.
Thank